So today I'm going to explain matter wave or de Broglie wave, which is actually the first thing which is the first topic in quantum mechanics. So now let me just explain what is particle to you. So now whenever there is an object here, say for example, it can be an electron or for that fact, it can be a photon. So what do I say? This particle can have mass. Okay. Then whenever I say mass, uh, it will have a position. It will be situated at some location, so it will have a position. Okay. Then if it is moving, then I say it has velocity. So whenever it has mass and velocity, it should also have momentum. Okay. So whenever we are speaking about a particle nature, okay, we speak of mass, we speak of position, we speak of velocity, we also speak of some momentum. Now, what about wave nature? In physics, we also say there is wave. Light is considered as wave. Light is also considered as particle. So, if it is having a wave, then what all things comes into picture? So, what is a wave exactly? Wave is nothing but a disturbance spread out. Okay, so it is a disturbance spread out. Okay, so basically a wave will be like this. So here I cannot say mass or position or anything. So whenever we talk about wave, we say talk about wavelength, actually, which is nothing but the length between the crest or the trough. We talk about frequency, that is number of cycles per second. Uh, we talk about wavelength, we talk about frequency, we talk about amplitude. So we talk about other things, but in whenever we are referring something to wave, we don't talk about momentum or we don't talk about position or velocity. Whenever we are referring something as a particle, we don't talk about wavelength or frequencies. So previously getting into quantum mechanics, there were many phenomena which was observed in physics. So first is people observed interference. People said that light shows interference patterns. People observe diffraction actually. So all this interference diffraction was actually exhibited by light, which proves that light is a wave nature. Light is having a wave nature. So on the other hand, there were other properties like Compton effect, mm, where a photon hits an electron and its wavelength gets changed. It gets scattered. The scattered particle will have a different wavelength, quantum effect, and then photoelectric effect was also found by photoelectric effect was also found by Einstein. So this kind of says that light is having a particle nature. Light is having particle nature. But the particle and wave are entirely different. They are not the same. They look very different. So can light possess both the things? That was a very big question coming into picture. So wave with very early days. So the people were very confused, like whether light is made up of wave or it is made up of particle. So people could not actually explain. So what happened in 1924? In 1924, Louis de Broglie came up with his own concept. He came up with a matter wave, or he introduced matter wave. Okay, he introduced matter wave. Now, what does this matter wave mean? What do you mean by this matter wave? He said that if you consider a particle, some particle you consider, it can be electron, it can actually even be a proton, it can be a neutral particle, it can be a neutron also, it can be a photon also, it can be any particle of submolecular wavelength. Its dimension has to be very, very small. So if it is moving with the velocity v, if it is moving, or else rather if it is moving, he said that if it is moving, some wave is associated with it. So I'll write it in a statement. He says that what are matter waves? This is the definition of matter waves. He says that any moving particle, any moving particle, for any moving particle, a wave is associated with it. Wave is associated with it, and this wave is called matter wave. Is called matter wave. So this does not apply to objects which are of high dimension, or it is of micro dimension or centimeter dimension. If you cannot say that a rock which is moving will have a matter wave associated. This is associated, or this refers to those particles which is having subatomic dimension, which is having subatomic dimensions. So that is going to be somewhere around 10 Armstrong or 1 Armstrong. So he told that any particle, it can be electron, neutron, or photon, when it is moving, a wave is associated with it, and that wave is actually called as matter wave. So now he put on some properties for that. So one or two I'm going to say. So those matter wave property, I'm going to quote it here, properties. So he said that it does not depend on the charge. It does not depend on the charge of the particle. It does not depend on the charge of the particle. Okay. Then he said that any particle cannot exhibit, it cannot show, or any experiment, or rather any experiment, in any experiment, a particle shows either wave nature, either wave or particle nature. They are not exhibited simultaneously. It either shows wave particle or wave nature or particle nature. These two are never seen simultaneously. It is never seen simultaneously. Never seen simultaneously. Okay. It is never seen simultaneously. Okay. So that is what you can see. In interference, you see only the wave nature, but in a photoelectric effect, you see only the particle effect. You don't have an experiment, or you don't have a proof where any photon or any light exhibits both the particles. So in some experiments, it exhibits only wave particle. In some experiment, it exhibits only particle nature it exhibits. So now he also gave a very famous formula, that is de Broglie wavelength. He gave a de Broglie wavelength. So it is a simple formula. It says that lambda equal to h by p. So lambda is the wavelength of the matter wave. Wavelength of the matter wave actually. Okay, so h is a constant. It is actually a Planck constant. So we'll not get too much into it. And another, of course, p is actually momentum of the particle. It is momentum of the particle. So now here you have to see something. In the left hand side, I have a wave nature. That is lambda, which is actually wavelength, which is actually which indicates that it is of wave type. But on the right hand side, I have momentum, which is an indication of particle nature actually. This is an indication of particle nature. So this formula, it actually couples a wave nature and a particle nature. It shows duality. So now if you take light, he says that light shows dual nature. It shows dual nature. That is, it can behave as a wave also, and it can behave as a particle also. So the matter waves or the de Broglie hypothesis actually combines wave and the particle nature. He says that some matter or some particles can exhibit both wave and particle nature, both some matter. So this is what it is called as matter wave.